What up, Bulls Nation? We've got live CHGO Bulls postgame coming up right around the corner. The Bulls take down Trae Young and the Hawks, 128-123. They are now 3-0 on the year. Woo! The Bulls put 8 players in double figures, including their entire starting 5. Pow! That means even Isaac Okoro scored 10 points tonight. Pow, pow! We're going to break down the win next.
Bulls!
What is up, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck Bulls _Peck. That's my guy, Big Dave. Bow, bow, bow. 3-0 BAWL Sports. Bow, bow. Our king of the controls, our guy, Joey C. What up, Joey?
I'm not talking 1. I'm not talking 2. I'm talking 3, baby.
Give it to me, Joey C.
Bulls win.
Bulls win. Give it to me, Joey C. Bulls win. Do it till my arm get tired. Bulls win. Give it for Matt Peck's goatee. Bulls win. Get one for Will to go Gottlieb. Bulls win. Get one for the people in the chat. Bulls win. Get one for CHGO. Bulls win. And please give one for yourself. Bulls win. Bulls win, baby.
Feels good.
3-0. What? We are 3-0.
We 3-0, baby.
What the hell is going on?
Excited to break this one down with y'all, our fellow Bulls fans. CHGO Bulls postgame is presented by Nikola Ultra and Bet365. The delicious taste of victory, like tonight, deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Nikola Ultra and download that Bet365 app. Use promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment is never ordinary at Bet365. Shout out Bulls fans in that chat. Hit the like button right now, nice and early. Throw us some super chats.
Toss 'em.
If you're feeling happy and generous tonight.
Toss 'em.
My goodness.
My goodness.
Shout out to the Ronky show in the chat who said Matt Peck is happy with the win and therefore I am happy. That's right. I am happy. Guess what? Me rooting for L's, that was last season.
That's it.
Bulls aren't tanking.
They not.
Very clearly.
Clearly.
I want Bulls wins.
Let's go.
Am I surprised they're 3-0? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Everyone should be. Everyone should be surprised and very, very happy that they're 3-0 because we ain't seen it in 4 years. Oh, my God. I forgot how this felt.
And look, we were talking in pregame about how the Bulls maybe benefited from their opponent's poor shooting, even with open looks in their first 2 wins. Tonight, neither team shot particularly well in the first half. Both teams kind of got their offense going in the second half, but this was a classic Bulls-Hawks game, Dave.
It was, man.
We also talked about that in pregame. Bulls-Hawks, you never know who's going to come out on top, but it will be frenetic, fast-paced, chaos in the fourth quarter. Both teams making runs up and down the floor. And I mean, shout out to Billy Donovan. I feel like he just kept the Hawks guessing because his rotation in the fourth quarter, it was like, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out.
Yes, that's a great
Billy
point.
Donovan kept the Hawks on their heels, I think, with the way he played that fourth quarter. Dosunmu, again, closing, making big shots down the stretch.
Huge.
Vooch making big defensive plays to spark fast break points late in the fourth quarter.
Huge.
Josh Giddey playing off ball on a late possession where Trae Jones is creating.
Huge.
Josh Giddey's defender sags off of him.
Yep.
Trae Jones sees that, draws a double, kicks it out to Josh on the other side. Josh confidently and calmly knocks down a big 3 to put the Bulls lead back up by 6.
Bang.
I mean, my goodness.
Dude.
That was a fourth quarter that the Bulls won.
Yes, man.
They won that fourth quarter after things got a little dicey.
Just a little dicey. Listen, that whole second half, I believe the Bulls scored 40 in the second half. I believe it was 41-34 in the second half as far as the scoring was concerned. And in the fourth quarter, it was just more of that. Both teams throwing haymakers at each other, man. Just roundhouse left and rights at each other. It was a knockdown, drag-out, heavyweight fight that went 12 rounds. And then when you watch the Hawks go Okongwu, when he hits the 3 and puts them up by 6, like they're like, oh yeah, we got this one. The Bulls here. No. We gonna go ahead and take this victory. And they came right back down and they go on a run, man. And they did it with timely scoring and timely defense, Matt. They frustrated Atlanta in that second half defensively. They attacked. It was that death by 1,000 cuts defense I talked about that they used to have. You saw a lot of that tonight, man. They were on them in that second half. What I like about this so much is that when it was game time, when it was time for them to really actually have it, that's when everybody, not just one, not just 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them picked it up when it was time and it was on the line. We gonna get into Dosunmu and what he did, which was absolutely incredible, leading the team and scoring off the bench. That's some Ben Gordon stuff right there. But the shots he was hitting were key. Joshua Giddey, yes, and more yes for Joshua Giddey for that. He had a game. And when they had to have buckets, he had buckets for them. How about the bucket at the end where he goes up, Matt? He makes the drive, and Josh Giddey misses it, and we're like, If what's Giddey do say it's Craggy. He goes up, he snatches it. He's like, I got that rebound, kicks it back out, and resets everything and allows that clock to run down to 7 seconds. I don't know what Atlanta was doing and they didn't foul right away. But Giddey getting that rebound was huge. So the fact he didn't hit the shot, but it's the fact that he got the rebound. His effort all night for this team was huge, man. From that second quarter on, like he was scoring a lot in that first. He was getting his scoring.
Yep.
But that second quarter, his effort defensively, especially how they closed the second quarter.
Yeah.
And he was attacking and just going after loose balls. Anytime a ball went up, he thought it was his or he had a chance to get it. His effort, man, it was contagious out there. I give all the love in the world to the game I saw Josh Giddey have tonight and the rest of the Chicago Bulls team. This was a great win for them.
And look, we talked about in their win against the Magic where Giddey wasn't on the floor for a part of that crunch time, fourth quarter minutes. And Billy Donovan, I believe, clarified in tonight's pregame media availability that it was not the finger sprain. It was Billy making a decision to ride Dosunmu in the way that he was playing well down that game. And so when Giddey was not on the floor around whatever it was, the 5.5 minute mark of the fourth of a tight game, you're wondering, like, is Billy about to just let Giddey ride this one out on the bench?
Yeah.
Because, Io's, again, making big shots, playing well. You want Tre Jones out there. No, then Giddey subs back in and then makes those big plays. He knocks down the three when he's playing off the ball and Tre Jones finds him open.
Yes.
His defender sagging off. And then, he didn't hit that little runner in the lane that he tried, but the effort to keep that alive on the offensive glass, that was one of Josh Giddey's 13 rebounds tonight. It was the only offensive rebound he had, and it could not have come at a better time.
You better preach right now.
And whether it's rebounding or anything else, Dosunmu talked about it. Post-game interview, they've been talking about it for the first couple weeks of the season. It's everything is by committee. It's like we're a deep team. We might not have any superstars on this team, but we're deep, and everything needs to be group effort, whether it's defense, whether it's crashing the boards, being a better offensive rebounding team. They did have 12 offensive rebounds tonight. But how about your starting quote-unquote backcourt of Tre Jones and Josh Giddey?
Yes.
20 combined rebounds. 13 for Josh, 7 for Tre.
7!
Which, by the way.
And toss it.
Tre Jones, combined rebounds and assists. I said in pregame, take the over 10.5. 16.
Bow.
There you go.
Matt Peck, ladies and gentlemen, that's how he does. Tre Jones
Tre Jones is so good.
My God. An outstanding point guard game from Tre Jones. Joey C.
And that's the thing is, like, Bulls fans, like, we can't fight about this stuff. We had 3 backcourt players have a great game tonight. And when Billy Donovan can play the matchups like that, this is winning basketball, right? Like, we're going to get into Kobe White and everything, but when he adds to that mix with that loaded backcourt, if you get that consistent play from Tre Jones and Josh Giddey, and also, Dosunmu, who is absolutely awesome tonight.
Yeah.
Those are great problems to have, Bulls fans. And that's why Billy can play with those matchups a little bit, and it worked out tonight.
Not only are they great problems to have, they're new problems to us to have as the Chicago Bulls fans watching this team. We're not used to having these kind of problems right now, like having too much talent on the team, not having space for talent on the team.
Yeah.
That's not a problem we're used to having right now. But we have it, and we're going to hold on tight to it, man, because they're 3-0. These ain't bums, they beat.
Bulls win.
Come on, do it again. Do it again. Bulls win. One more time, just for you. Bulls win. I'm just telling you, man. Like, just the way that this season was set up, and many times you heard me sit here and say day one. Day one. You're going to find out day one what this is. You're going to find out day one if it's real. You're going to find out day one if the Bulls are the Chicago Bulls that they set themselves up to be. And now into the third game, they are showing that they are the team that they are setting themselves up to be. Because after that 2-0, I was like, yeah, okay, some stuff went bad. Some stuff went, I don't know. But, 2-0, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's 2-0. Right. I'll always take 2-0.
It's like taking Bears dubs when Caleb doesn't have the best game.
Exactly. Oh, yes, man. Thank you.
Dude,
yes.
Wins are wins.
Yes. We are Bears fans that sat and watched Rex Grossman have 6 turnovers in the game and still win. You know what I mean? Like, we don't care. We trying to win, all right? It's about winning. But this game, though, this was different tonight. Because I was like, okay, now this is a test. Everybody's healthy on Atlanta. Everybody's coming to play on Atlanta. And even though you don't have Zach Collins, and even though you don't have Kobe White, you've shown that you can beat and stay with these teams in the East that were the upper echelon teams last year, and the teams that were predicted by everybody, including us, to be up there this year. And you're going to come in and you're going to play this way against that team? Against this team in Atlanta with Trae Young, who had a really nice game as far as the assists were concerned and everything.
17 times.
Come on, man. You saw what Porzingis was doing to them. You saw what Johnson was doing to them. Like Dyson Daniels is having a solid game. Okongwu was having a really good game for them. Like, they were really having good games. There were haymakers being thrown back and forth. And that is what you want to see as a fan. And just a fan of the NBA and a fan of the Chicago Bulls. This is what you kind of want to see. When a team is throwing their best punch at you, how do you respond to it? How do you respond? Dosunmu is how you responded.
Man.
Kevin Huerter, the Velvet, is how you responded. Josh Giddey is how you responded. Even Vucevic is how you responded. And even Isaac Okoro shaking it off. That's another thing we got to give Matt Peck love to, because he told you it was motivation when he set that bet. Or as I like to call it, motivation is what was going on out there. And guess what happened? He showed up from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. So not only did you get help defensively from him, you also got that help offensively, and those were big points because you needed every single one of them from that young man.
Like Okoro had a knockdown 3 and a hustle play bucket in the third when the Bulls were making that run to stave off Atlanta. So, credit to Isaac.
Bulls won by 5.
I mean, just trading blow for blow in that fourth quarter. The Bulls came up with just enough defensive stops when they needed to.
Yeah.
But you also saw, the Hawks were picking the Bulls defense apart on some of those late fourth quarter possessions with their beautiful ball movement.
Yes.
And it was like, okay, didn't get a stop that time. Now we need to answer. We need a bucket. Whether it was Io, Trae, Huerter, Giddey, Vooch, like any and all the guys who were on the floor late in the game for the Bulls, everybody stepped up and made big plays, which is what you love to see.
Yeah, it was great.
People chiming in the chat. Jet Brock saying Trae Jones, the point god. Trae Jones is a stud, says Liam Pato. Trae is nice, but let's not forget what Kobe can do, said Zubair, which is, the really fascinating question.
Yeah.
Kobe White, knock on wood, will be reevaluated in another week or so with that calf strain.
Correct.
If we get Kobe back sooner rather than later, and you assume that Kobe White, who might be on a minutes restriction out of the gate for first few games, we'll see how Billy wants to handle it and the medical staff, but bring Kobe off the bench, maybe for a game. Okay. But this man is on an expiring deal.
Yeah, exactly.
He was your leading scorer last year.
Exactly.
This dude is a weapon.
Yeah.
You don't bench him.
No.
But with the way Trae Jones has played in these first 3 games, I mean, the way that you clearly see Billy Donovan's grown trust in Trae Jones to be on the floor for 31 minutes tonight, including lots of crunch time minutes, 14, 7, and 9. By the way, also a couple of steals. You see that stat they put on the broadcast? Trae Jones, first Bull since MJ to have 10 steals in his first 3 games of the season.
Just saying.
How do you bench Trae Jones? How do you bench Trae Jones when Kobe comes back?
I don't know.
The answer might be Billy doesn't bench Trae Jones.
That could be the answer. It could.
We can pick up that part of the conversation on the other side. We got to hit our first ad break. Thank you, all 800 plus of you watching live right now.
Yes.
Enjoying this Bulls W with your fellow Bulls fans. Hit the freaking like button while you listen to our words from our friends and sponsors. Throw us a super chat while you're at it. We'll be right back.
Hit the like button. Bulls win. Matt Peck wants his back to be good. Mm-hmm. He also needs his back to be great. But what he really needs is it to be ultra. Ultra back? Oh, my God. It's better to be ultra, ladies and gentlemen, just like the fine folks at Nikola Ultra, that frosty cold beverage. Once it hits your lips, the delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on the Chicago Bulls with Michelob Ultra. Well, what makes it Ultra, Big Dave? I'm so glad you asked me that. Thank you. You're a wonderful human being. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. And Michelob Ultra is the official American beer sponsor of your Chicago Bulls. The superior game meets the superior taste. Hello. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer as you cheer on your favorite Chicago Bulls team. No matter what you're playing for, make it superior with Michelob Ultra. Be ultra magnetic.
Tonight's show also brought to you by Bet365. We are in the thick of football season. It's a beautiful thing. And with the Bet365 early payout offer, you're a winner if your team goes up by 17 points at any point with an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners. So download that app. Be sure to use promo code CHGO365 when you sign up, because when you do, when you place your first $5 bet, you're getting $200 in bonus bets. Whether that bet wins or loses, don't matter. Nope. You're getting $200 in free bets either way.
Pow!
Football? Gotta love football. Thursday Night Football, $10 safety net bet. Sunday Night Football, there's a $365,000 jackpot going on. Monday Night Football, 50% super profit boost token on same-game parlay. So what are you waiting for? Use that promo code CHGO365 when you sign up at Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 and older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. We roll along CHGO Bulls postgame on Monday night. Bulls get the win over the Hawks, 128-123. That means they are 3-0 out of the gate this season.
Top of the East, baby.
Who saw that coming?
Oh!
Peck, Big Dave, our guy Joey C on the controls, hanging out with you. Fellow Bulls fans, hit that like button.
I can just hear people's like, who's this dude screaming?
Yeah.
It's me.
It's Dave.
It's me.
It's happy, excited Dave.
The Bulls are 3-0. What?
He's been in hibernation for a minute.
Dude.
But he's back.
Oh, he's been hibernating, man. He is well rested. He is well rested and ready to partake.
Cole Krug, 3119 in the chat, saying Billy's psycho rotations will be great for the Trey, Kobe, Giddey trio. It'll be a huge strength, not an issue. We'll see if Herter is who gets his minutes cut. Kind of bridging the tail end of our chat from before the break.
Okay.
Because, I really like how much Billy is sticking to his word, which was, our rotations, our stints, whoever you are going to be short. Because we're trying to play fast. We're trying to be one of the fastest teams in the league. And to do that, even if we are a well-conditioned team, we got to keep those subs churning. And he did that tonight. I feel like he's been doing that for the most part in all three of these first three games. He also did some matchup tinkering tonight. He went small ball when the Hawks had a bunch of bigs out there. He had basically Pat playing the five.
That's true.
I was, and dude, Kristaps, did he take advantage of a couple of mismatches in those minutes?
Oh,
yes, he did.
Oh, my God.
But I also think, Billy loves leaning small.
Yeah.
And we saw a brief stint of Jalen Smith minutes in the first half that did not go well. Basically did not see him again other than a very brief stint in the second half. Maybe that's part of the reason why Billy went small.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you're talking about front court, backcourt rotation. Either way, Billy is churning these guys to keep them fresh. And it might be one of the things that he can, as a head coach, do to give his team an edge when we don't have a go win us the game in the tight fourth quarter player on this roster. At least not an obvious answer to that question. But he's going to have running legs out there from the jump to final minute of the fourth.
Yeah, Matt, even to echo that point, when we were watching the last few minutes of the fourth quarter and I'm standing with my nose on the screen watching the game, I continually kept saying, who's going to be the guy? Who's going to be the guy? Who's going to be the guy? Who's going to be the one to take over? Because we don't know who that guy is. It's by committee. That's the guy. The guy is committee. So whoever is going to be the person that day, that's who it is. Dosunmu said, I'll do that today. and they're getting the ball just to whoever's open. And it's going to be the open shooter. And the open shooter was continually Dosunmu in the fourth quarter, and he knocked them down when they had to have it. Even when the shot clock was running down, they were like, well, Giddey, it's you. You got the ball, 4 seconds left. It's you, man. You go do what you do. And so it's working for right now. I'm rolling with it, okay? Whatever gets you the wins and gets you the results that you desire, which is winning, then you go with that, man. And it is what is working for the Chicago Bulls in these first 3 games. And like I said, in this one right here, and remember that first half, man, they started off so sluggish, both those teams, really sluggish, but especially the Bulls, because Atlanta was executing them to death in that first half, especially in that second quarter, and that's when they took a 13-point lead. They were to death. They were executing them. But as the quarter closed, Josh Giddey got real hot. He said, I'm going to be the guy who does it for the Chicago Bulls in this instance. And he was the guy literally on both ends of the floor. He was disruptive on the defensive end, which is what you want from a guy you don't expect to be a great defender. On the offensive end of the floor, he was aggressive. He hit the wide open threes that they left him. You leave him, he going to hit them. That's what he's proving to you right now. But as far as his other scoring, he went inside all the time. Floaters, fadeaway, layups, hook shots, whatever, dipsy doos, whatever he could give you, he was going to give it to you, man. And that's what got them close to that 1-point lead. And then in that third quarter, the Bulls did what, and this feels good to say, the Bulls did what good teams do in the third quarter. They ran, all right? They came out, and they said, we about to go take this game over. It's ours. And they went, and they took the game over immediately in that third quarter, man. That is good stuff. I want to attribute a ton of it to Trey Jones. I really do, because of the point guardsmanship. But it was a team thing, man, from Giddey to Vooch to Modest. Modest, oh, my God, the Modest dunk, my Lord. Kevin Huerter, the Velvet, what he did when he came in. Like, it's so many people that you can just pull and pick from and just heap some praise on for the way that they played in this game, and also the coaching, because what you said about Jalen Smith is accurate. He wasn't on it. And Billy said, well, have a seat next to me, which allows me to say my favorite Billy Donovan saying, he's not beholden to any lineup ever. And he definitely showcased that tonight, Matt, by saying, Jalen, come on, have a seat. We're going to figure it out without you tonight. Not that I don't like you. You just don't have it tonight, and I think we can win this way.
Hannibal in the chat saying Billy Donovan for Goon of the night. Luke Nash agreeing. Billy for Goon. Great shout out.
Don't steal my pick.
Hey, we can have more than one person nominating the same person.
Yes. This is a communal thing. It's okay.
Luke Nash saying Io Silver away. Jet Brox. Io Dosunmu is a Hawks killer.
He is.
Yeah. Johnny in the chat saying Isaac will get benched and Trey takes his minutes when Kobe is back. And then somebody else was saying, we need Kobe back to remind everybody that he is this team's that guy. So, again, perhaps a good problem for Billy to have that the Bulls are off to this 3-0 start with Trey Jones playing this well.
Yes.
Including late in tight games, that you have a Kobe White waiting in the wings to come back and add to this equation, which, again, could be a good problem and one where Billy just fits Kobe into, all right, here's my starting 5 tonight. We're going to keep the rotations moving. And then in the second half, I'm going to look at what was working and what wasn't working for us in the first half and then dole out minutes based on that. And it might be Kobe and Josh and Trey out there. It might be Io out there, and one of those other 3 from my starting lineup tonight is going to sit for a chunk of the fourth quarter. Whatever it might be to help them win. But I feel like, Billy's coaching had a hand in this victory tonight.
What?
And I know it's a trigger warning for all the Billy haters. But it's hard to deny when your team is I saw somebody else in the chat use the phrase, greater than the sum of the parts. Like, that is what this Bulls team looks like. How far will it get them? We'll find out come April. We'll find out how AK's deep team without any superstars plan works for them. But you can't deny that it's an encouraging start.
It's incredibly encouraging. Because again, nobody expected it out here. I don't care how big of a thing. Nobody. If you had 3-0, I hope you played it. I hope you played that 3-0. Because nobody I talked to, even the biggest of the Bulls fans, had them at 3-0. Everybody, well, at least 2-1 was the most I would hear. When somebody would say, dude, maybe they get 2 of these wins out here. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, but the most I would hear was 1-2 or 0-3. That's the most I would hear, including coming from myself. I thought it was going to be this way. I didn't see them getting these victories in the way that they're getting them, but they're getting them. And I am here to win. And I am happy when the Chicago Bulls win basketball games, as everyone should be. No matter how it happens, no matter how the pie is sliced, as long as everybody's eating, it's a beautiful thing, man. And that's why I'm so excited and happy, because they're 3-0. And Matt, now with 3-0, like, I'm in a territory, again, I ain't been in it 4 years, so now you go into the next game with the expectation. And that's weird. That's weird for me right now. Like, oh, my God. I kind of expect them to win. Like, I expect them to win a game out here, bro. Like, and continue a winning streak that I haven't seen since 2021. This is a great feeling, man. I hope y'all are feeling great too out here too.
So their next, opponent, and we could talk about their next opponent more on tomorrow's pod.
We will. Yes.
The Sacramento Kings.
Them Kongs,
because to me, like, look, this is Atlanta play-in exit, Detroit and Orlando.
Yeah.
Made the playoffs but didn't go far, right?
Correct.
From last season's results. That's your 3-0 start. All Eastern Conference teams. I'm curious how these, bigger than the sum of our parts Bulls fare against some West games coming up. And like the Kongs are the Bulls of the West. So I don't know if that's a true test of, let's see how they look against the Western Conference team. But hey, our old friend Zach LaVine's been balling. We'll see if the Bulls can make it 4-0 at that point. But it is very encouraging. The other thing that might not be a very popular, it's not even a take, but just something to recognize as a fact. The Bulls are not 3-0 without Nikola Vucevic.
Oh, without a doubt.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the people who are Vuce haters or ready for Vuce to be gone.
It's true.
28-14 in their opening night win. Kind of had a come back to earth a bit game in game 2 against Orlando, but still helped them win that game.
It's true.
And then tonight, somebody pointed out in the chat, he was 1 assist shy of a triple-double.
Insane.
Putting up 17 points and 17 boards.
Insanity, dog.
That part makes you wonder, like, expiring contract, were we all kind of giving up and throwing in the towel on Vooch having some trade value as we approach that midseason trade deadline because it didn't pan out last year? Is there a playoff-bound team that would like to add Vooch to their coffers for the stretch run? Or are the Bulls like, well, we're in position to actually make a playoff appearance here?
Yeah. And
we'll be a lot less good without Nikola Vucevic.
You would.
Defensive gaps be damned.
Yeah.
This team is not 3-0 without Vuce.
Yeah. Like you said, defensive gaps be down because 17 and 17 is 17-7-17, all right?
17-17 and 9.
And 2 steals. He was a plus 11. Like, he was outstanding for the Bulls and has been in 2. And this is the second game where I'm like, he was outstanding. Not to say he wasn't cool in the other one, but like just outstanding. Like that first game, Detroit, he was outstanding. It was 28-14. In this one, that is the crazy stat line for your center to be putting up, and he was going against a guy in Porzingis who was having a heck of a game. Porzingis had 27 himself. And remember, he came out hot, Matt. He came out just scorching hot, pulling up from the three-point line. I mean, man, he was on it. Porzingis was 11-17 out there, man. But Vooch countered that with a great job on the boards and timely scoring in the fourth quarter. He had some timely scoring for the Chicago Bulls, man, but the assist, the passing was great because a lot of those buckets were either to Velvet or to Lee, and they both definitely hit those layups and scored for him, man. It was a great game by Vooch. You're right. They're not here without him. You're right.
As Thomas Banks in the chat said, we're 1-2 without Vooch.
Yeah.
This is a fine day in the chat. Vooch, Ayo, and Jones are our most consistent players so far.
Yeah.
Jashish in the chat saying, Vooch has been great this year. I've always been a Vooch supporter. And then meanwhile, where'd it go? Somebody saying, how in the world could teams not want what Luke Nash, how in the world is there not a team who wants a walking double-double who shoots threes and passes well? His contract is not crazy in today's NBA.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Brad Sheely saying he's still overpaid. JoJo, I take back every Vooch complaint I ever had. He's been vital for the Bulls.
There's room for everybody.
Look,
come on in.
He has value, and the good passing thing that was brought up in the chat, like he had 9 dimes tonight. There were a couple where I was like, oh man, he is just such an underappreciated big man passer. He's not Nikola Jokic, right? but he had that one. It was first half. I can't remember if it was late first or early second quarter. He was on the block. He had made seal. He got positioning, got an entry pass on the block, and then Giddey made a really strong cut from the top right side of the key down through the paint, and Vooch just hit him with this perfectly timed bounce pass, hit Giddey in stride on Giddey's cut for an easy layup at the rim. And then in the second half, remember that whip bullet pass he had under the hoop to Kevin Huerter when he was all the way up at the top of the key?
Correct.
And it was like Vooch looked off to his right, so maybe fool his defender, and then just drew the defense away like a QB's eyes with a safety, and then just Huerter snuck in from the dunker spot, bam! Like on the money bullet pass from Vooch. Yeah. That stuff is so valuable for an offense where you don't have one superstar, heliocentric offense. You're trying to keep the ball moving. Vooch keeps the ball moving.
Yes, he does, man. And he makes it easy for guys out there, man. Like when you have a center that can make your game easier, yeah, you should have a spot in the NBA on somebody's team. Just saying, make some phone calls. Ring-a-ding-ding, ching-a-ling-a-ling.
You can multitask with those phone calls while listening to these words from our friends and sponsors. We'll be right back after this ad break. Hit the freaking like. We'll get some super chats after the break. Throw us some more super chats.
Going to the night. Whoop. Hey, coaches. I'm talking to you. Guess what? Listen up. You looking for more athletes to train? You bring into your fold to say, hey, I can make you a better basketball player, baseball player, whatever player. Guess what? Eye on the ball is where you need to be, coach. Eye on the ball is very simple. You create a profile, upload your background check, and kaboom! You're in. Then just $50 a month or $500 for the whole year. Athletes of all ages and sports can find you directly. And here's the best part. Eye on the bow doesn't mess with your schedule, your payments, or your business. You are in full control. We just connect you with the athletes who are already looking for a coach just like you, and also you in the back. So if you're ready to grow your coaching business and reach more athletes, go check it out right now. What's that? It's eyeonthebow.net. That's eyeonthebow.net. Don't wait. The athletes are already there looking for you.
Tonight's show also brought to you by Mando. You know that feeling when it's game day and your lucky jersey, smells a little too lucky, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Rank.
We all were dealing with that with the Bears' loss yesterday.
Stank.
Let's move on with Mando.
Bonk.
There's a real game changer. Mando deodorant plus sweat control isn't just another cover-up. Mando is one stick, two jobs. Powerful odor and sweat control. Clinical strength sweat control. One swipe and you are good to go.
Oh, give it to me.
Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like a mini body wash or the deodorant wipes. Shout out. I love those. And free shipping. Plus, for a special offer for our listeners, new customers get 20% off site-wide with our promo code CHGO at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com with promo code CHGO to get 20% off site-wide. Mando's got you covered with deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains. Say hello to long-lasting minty freshness. We back. CHGO Bulls postgame. Thanks for hanging out with us late on a Monday night. Bulls Nation, appreciate you for being in the chat. Hit the like button if you didn't do it during the ad break. Big Dave.
Yes, Mathback.
Bulls are 3-0.
They 3-0.
Good vibes.
Vibes are good. And guess what? You can continue the good vibes on January 24th, baby, because you can come hang with us in the sweet ass roll.
Join us in the suite.
It's the Rose in the Raptors Sweet Takeover, y'all. The official CHGO basketball sweet takeover, Derrick Rose, the jersey number 1, is officially being retired. We already knew it was unofficially retired. Michael Carter-Williams found that out. It is unofficially retired, but it is officially going into the rafters on January 24th as the Chicago Bulls take on the Mount St. Mary's Nuns. It doesn't matter who they play. It's the Boston Celtics, we know. But it doesn't matter who they play. It is all about halftime. It's all about Derrick Rose and that jersey. We want y'all to be there with us in the suite, brought to you by Top Shelf. I can't wait to see all of y'all, hug y'all, laugh with y'all. Maybe we, have some other discussions about other teams and sports, whatever you want to get into. We can discuss wrestling as well. I'm down for that. So, yeah, man, but Derrick Rose, going into the rafters, do not miss a part of history. This is diehards only right now. They are definitely selling right now to diehards. So if you're a diehard, you might want to get on this, very, very soon. And if you're not a diehard, you can easily become one for an awesome, awesome price, man, and get awesome, amazing benefits, money off of all our events, 20% off all our events that we have, our takeovers, our watch parties, all of that cool stuff, including getting access to Derrick Rose retirement night. Come join us in the suite.
I love being in the suite with Big Dave.
Oh, man.
What? Oh, Lord.
You should hear how you guys sound.
Oh, well, fair. But I sound amazing. I didn't say you didn't sound amazing. It just caught me off guard.
My goodness. I'll have Joey throw the link to that event page in the chat.
Toss the link in there, JC.
It is still, for a while longer, only available to our CHGO diehards.
That's it.
They get first dibs on that, as they deserve. So hit up that link if you are a diehard, or if you're already feeling FOMO and want to participate, then become a diehard. And then hit that link.
That's it. That's all you can do, baby.
Somebody was just talking in the chat about the Bulls' edge and bench points. Odiza, 1688, 53-36 bench points advantage. That was a big story in the Bulls win against the Magic on Saturday, Dave. Their bench was huge. I think they had 58 points or 56 points in that one. They outscored the Bulls starters on Saturday. Another big Bulls bench night. We talked about the brilliance of Dosunmu. Lots of his 21 points coming in the clutch, fourth quarter of a tight game. But how about 15 from the Red Velvet? How about 12 points from your man,
Say it,
Lee Patrick Williams went 4 of 9, 2 of 7. He started 0 of 4 from downtown.
That's Patrick.
Then knocked down a couple later in the game.
That's Lee.
You like that he didn't lose the confidence to take the ones that were open later in the game after he started 0 for 4.
That part, man. And listen, when you saw him early on and you saw him playing early on, he didn't have it together. Okay? And I immediately tweeted out, too much Patrick, not enough Lee.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough.
Yeah.
But you know what gave me hope?
Jekyll and Hyde, baby.
Jekyll and Hyde. Bruce Wayne and Batman. What gave me hope was when Patrick was struggling, I looked in his eyes and I saw the sweat. I saw the forehead glistening. I saw it come down, and I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. Lee is about to appear, ladies and gentlemen. And then all of a sudden, from the darkness, for the people, Lee came out there and said, I got this, man. Patrick, have a seat. I got this. And Lee went out there, and he scored in a myriad of ways. Huge three-pointers that he hit.
Big time
Rebounds that he got. And then scoring inside, Matt. You saw him posting people up. Me and Joey C was standing up watching it when he posted up and got the ball and finished with the left hand with the kiss off the glass. I was like, that's pure Lee right there, ladies and gentlemen. Lee Patrick was in the house tonight when it counted.
Yeah, as he's leaving the locker room tonight, Big Dave, you reach out and you go, I never said thank you. And he turns around and says, you'll never have to. And then jumps off the...
Oh, my
You're
goodness.
alone. Oh, yes. It is great to be able to be happy about a games, plural, that this young man is having. All right? We didn't know he existed anymore. But in the darkness, he was forging Raja Ghul.
I mean,
he was getting ready with Raja Ghul.
It's crazy how much hype, and I'm not making fun of it, whether it be you or anybody else in the chat. Shout out, I think one of our P. Will Island survivors, Rob, just popped up in the chat. I'm not making fun of it. It's just an observation how crazy it is.
Yeah.
How excited and supportive Bulls fans get with 12 points off the bench from Patrick Williams.
Yes.
Like that's how low the bar was coming into this season.
Correct.
It was like there's really nowhere to go but up. And I think between the preseason minutes and then these first 3 games, there's been some modest upness of the Patrick Williams. I'm sorry, the Lee
some leanness.
Williams.
Some
the
leanness.
Lee Patrick trajectory.
That's right.
Which is nice to see. Ben Him in the chat saying Patrick being the 7th person off the bench is perfect role for him. He was 7th off the bench tonight. It was Herter 6, Pat 7, and then Billy got to Io, Jalen, Julian, so on and so forth.
Right.
So, my hope essentially is that Pat is building some level of confidence.
Yes.
Even though he lost his starting spot again, that hey, are you more comfortable as a bench player? It's okay if you are. That's
cool
fine.
Yeah.
There are some players on NBA teams, on good NBA teams, who come off the bench and make the money that Pat is making, and their good games help them win, and their bad games are part of the reason they lose.
Boom.
That's it.
I mean, is it fair to ask that he just looks healthy, right? Like you guys talked about it a couple of weeks ago. And
he fought for an offensive rebound and got an and one putback.
Yeah, and when Go talked to him in the locker
moly.
room and was like, "Hey man, you seem to be feeling pretty good," and he kind of smirked and didn't want to confess how he's felt or whatever. But the dude is just simply moving smoother and faster and stronger. And I don't know if that's confidence or whether that's health, but either way, it's good news.
No, it's great news. And again, like I said early on, we saw Patrick because we saw him cross his own self over. Early on in that first half and went down because he broke his own ankles out there on the floor. But again, like I said, in the distance, you heard that cape flapping in the wind, and Lee was going to show up and do what he had to do. And it's just really great to see him have that confidence because, like I said, that move, Matt, when I saw him, break his own ankles, I've seen that break his brain in the past, and that was it. That would be this the game. All right, what I mean? He's about to just not do anything and stand out there and shoot threes and not hit them all day. Yep. Even the threes he hit, he was bricking. But it didn't deter how his effort, which is what we would sit up here and scream all the time. You can control that. You can control your effort in the game. You can't control the shots. You couldn't even control, what your sneakers were going to do on the floor because you slipped on something. You couldn't control what the ball always does, but you can control your effort out there. And that's what we saw him. That's boxing up. That's boxing out, Matt. That's getting on the floor, diving for those loose balls. That's trying to go get those rebounds for your team, even tipping it out and just keeping it alive for your squad. That's chasing down other Atlanta players when they think they got a wide open layup. That's that effort that we're seeing from Lee that we didn't see consistently in years past. And whether it means he's healthy and feeling good, whatever it means, it definitely means the Bulls are 3-0 because of his efforts.
Connor in the chat said we got to get Lee Patrick on Basketball Reference, under the nicknames category. Come on, Bulls Nation, get it done.
Let's go.
Lee Patrick.
That'll be a great day for me, sir. That'll be a great day for your boy. Absolutely.
Oh my Fantasy Cast podcast. The days of dry Pat are gone. Lee is absolutely soaked in sweat. With that, you know what? Let's dive into some super chats. Let's knock out some super chats while we're waiting for GOAT. I believe the media are waiting for Io because they're going to talk to Io, but he was still in the shower. So GOAT's running a little late, but he will join us later on. So in the meantime, let's get to some super chats. TJ with a 199 super chat. Appreciate you saying this team might be better than everyone thought. Tell you what, right now at 3-0, they're better than I thought.
They're better than anyone thought right now at 3-0. Because no one had them at 3-0.
Not even Fred had them at 3-0.
You feel me? Not even, man.
Not even the Giddey committee who think I'm a hater and think that Giddey is the second coming of Jesus Christ thought they were going 3-0. Or I don't know, maybe some did.
The Craigies.
Craigie! Zats with a $7.99 super chat. Dyson Daniels smoked an open layup, LOL.
Did.
Oi, oi, oi.
He did.
Yeah,
Absolutely
also...
did.
How about a little hard foul under the basket? Dyson Daniels committed on Josh Giddey on one of the Bulls' many, transition
After that Giddey
buckets.
that spin was nice.
And Giddey put him in the spin cycle.
He got him on that one.
Nice. Javen Terry with a $5 super chat saying, Bulls going to mess around and make me buy CHSN. Until then, I'm relying on you all and highlights. Keep up the great work. Let's go, Bulls. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Samuel, what does that say? Galoy?
Yeah, Galoy, I believe. Yeah, 8419.
With a $10 super chat. Io, the new king of the fourth.
Ooh.
Sixth man of the year. He's going to get paid this year. Better be by the Bulls. Io been clutch since Illinois. Glad he's getting the chance so far this year.
He's showing you got to pay me. I am important. All right?
Which, again, from our earlier conversation, Kobe's not the only Bulls guard on an expiring contract this year.
They got several.
Yeah.
There's a few.
One of our regulars, Just Joe. What up, Joe, with a 499 super chat saying, this team reminds me of when Billy had CP3 at OKC. Much love, Matt, my brother, in Sciatica. Hey, shout out to you. Back's feeling okay right now. It's amazing what steroids can do.
And winning.
Yeah, that helps. Debo with a 499 super chat saying, I can't read that. It's cut off.
Isaiah.
Joey Z.
There it is.
This team reminds me of when. Oh wait, all right, did that one. Debo winning, and we haven't even played our best offense or defensive players yet.
That's
Go
true.
Bulls.
That's very true.
Referring
That's very
to, I
true, sir.
assume, Kobe and Collins who
Yeah.
are out. Oh, Prison Mike loves RC Cola.
He's
We got a name change from
He's
Prison
back.
Mike.
Oh,
What's
Mike.
up, buddy?
Yo, let's go,
Back
man.
in the clink, but this year is different. I have my RC Cola, and all Chicago teams are above 500, and the Bulls are undefeated. That's right. Enough to make even a Prison Mike into clink happy.
Oh, man.
Love that. Also
your
see
RC Cola, guys.
a super chat from Paul Sorensen. Appreciate you for $4.99, Paul. Thanks for always hanging out in the chat. Also, one of our BFFs, Kimberly, with a $30 super chat. Thank you, Kimberly. You're the best.
Yes, you
I have
are.
to keep this streak going. Let's hope I go broke this season.
Oh, come on.
Going broke on super chats?
Going broke on super chats.
There are worse things to spend your money on.
That's true.
Super chats equal positive vibes.
That's it.
Even if it's a super chat on like a post game of a loss and you're just getting out some frustrations, it is in a support system
That's
of
it.
Bulls Nation.
That's it.
That still equals positive vibes.
And we appreciate you very, very much for it. Thank you, Kimberly.
You know
As
what else is always positive vibes?
Talk to me.
No?
No, he's not positive vibes.
Oh.
Oh, he is positive vibes.
I thought it was positive vibes.
That's
Jingle
called
time.
time.
Let's talk to the GOAT. Beep, 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 beep.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Join us on that GOAT Talk hotline, presented, of course, by Michelob Ultra. The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. GOAT. Bulls are 3-0. They had 8 players in double figures tonight, even including Isaac Okoro, who gets his first Bulls points in his career tonight after going scoreless in the first 2. I mean, talk about a team win and the sum being greater than the individual parts. What was your biggest takeaway from this game?
Well, I think number one, the sum greater than the parts thing is huge. There was an anecdote from the Orlando game that they were talking about tonight. Obviously, this came out sort of in the post media from that, but apparently, when the game was going on and Iowa was playing well down the stretch, Billy sent Giddey up to the podium to go check in, and Giddey told him, "Look, I was playing really well. Let's just keep it rolling out there." And I think that speaks to the camaraderie. Iowa was talking about that a bunch post game, just about how much these guys believe in each other, how close they are, and how much they believe in their depth. And so that was kind of my takeaway, is the self-belief, the willingness to sacrifice, and the quality of depth that this team has. The Pistons, the Hawks, and the Magic were 3 of the most hyped teams in the Eastern Conference coming into the season. And the Bulls just took down all 3, and they're without Kobe White and Zach Collins. So I think that there's definitely a level of self-belief in this locker room, not only with just how well they're playing, but that stretch, the 15-5, I asked Giddey about it after the game. He's like, I know we heard the noise kind of about taking teams and not getting everybody's best. We beat some good teams. And so that combined with obviously this 3-0 start, everybody's very careful to say it's just 3 games. It's not the whole season. There's a very long season in front of us, 79 more games. But I do think that there's a level of self-belief in, who these guys are, what they can possibly do with this talent. And I think it has a lot to do with their depth and just the quality of players that they have up and down the lineup that allows Billy to go to experimental groups. It allows them to play the hot hand late in games, and sort of this willingness to sacrifice, I think, all up and down the lineup, including from the guy who just signed for $100 million, I think really goes a long way towards what this team can build.
Yeah, it's very well said. Goat, I would like to hear your opinion on these 2 players, Isaac Okoro and Lee Patrick Williams. I felt both of them were vitally important in this game tonight. And I thought Okoro was important, for the defensive purposes, but more so his scoring because we hadn't seen him do that. And I thought that was really key for him to still have that confidence and get double digits in those points. But also main man Lee just continuing to do what he has done in these past 2 games. Can you just talk about the play of those 2 guys and how they just are continuing to help the Bulls get these victories?
Yeah, it was a rough start for Okoro. They call him Ice. He gave up like a backdoor and a guy scored, and then he missed a layup, and it was like, oh my God, are we going to have another game where he just struggles again? But then he immediately came down and had a layup, and I'm sure for him that kind of just like was calming, that like got him into the right headspace to be able to take it from there. It was a couple of bad games. I was not like super concerned about it. Obviously, like you want him to hit threes, and he's going to need to do that. But he's a good enough defensive player, and with the steals and the transition game, like eventually he was going to start to score. And so it was nice to see that open up a little bit for him. The box score has never been really friendly to him. Like he's not a high steals or blocks player, and so like the advanced stats don't really love him in that way. But I do think that his physicality at the point of attack is super productive, and it's super helpful for this team. Vooch has been defending his tail off. He's been really good, but I think a lot of it comes down to taking away a lot of these actions before they start, or forcing teams to start getting into their action, at 15, 14 on the shot clock instead of 18, 19. That really goes a long way towards the Bulls being able to close out possessions, not letting teams get into their second action. And I think Okoro is really the head of the snake with that. So great game from him. Great to see him bounce back. And I think even better days ahead for him just with the 3-point shooting and, general, box score stuff. But his impact, I think, goes way beyond that. And then Williams, he started 1 of 5, I think, in the first quarter, all threes, and then got an offensive rebound putback. He was, again, not super productive in the sense that he was like filling up the box score, but you felt him on possessions, even to a point where it was like he was taking some shots where it was like, okay, you probably should move the ball there. But there was one play in particular in the first quarter, it was the second quarter, first half for sure, where it was just like a swing. And instead of like taking a semi-contested 3, it was a bullet pass to Io in the corner for a 3. And it was just like one of those quick, snappy decisions that you don't see a lot from Patrick. And I feel like he's really starting to get like what the Bulls are trying to do and how he can fit into that and what he needs to do in order to be successful. So it was a small thing, but I do think his passing has been really solid this year. His extra facilitation has really helped the Bulls. I mean, they've got Io, Trey, and Giddey out there pretty much at all times, but Billy wants to have 2 ball handlers, and I think Patrick's trying to step up into one of those roles off the bench. So great to see him building on games, right? We talked about this last time. Consistency is the key for him. And so one good game, one bad game, that's not going to cut it. He's got to build every single game. And this was another step in the right direction for me.
Goat, I know you're always fascinated with Billy Donovan's rotation decisions, his strategies. We already saw the double big look with Vooch and Jalen Smith at the early stages of the season. Tonight, we saw the opposite. We saw Billy go small and even stick with going small with essentially Pat at the 5 look for extensive minutes while Atlanta was going big. We also saw Billy keep those subs churning in the fourth quarter of a tight game. I'm guessing you or one of your fellow beat members asked Billy about rotations and the small ball lineup stuff tonight. What did he have to say about his coaching ideas tonight?
Yeah, he never really like makes too big of a deal out of it. Like it's really impressive the way he can kind of just like make everything seem very level, even from talking about like 3 good wins to 3 bad losses or something. Like he's just always very level-headed. And I think that was kind of the sentiment with the rotation stuff too. He kind of said like, I'm just kind of going on my gut right now. And if there's a moment where like a guy's hot, I'm going to keep him out there. I was shooting the ball really well in the fourth quarter. He kept him out there. He gave him a chance to close. He thought maybe they could try to get some open threes with Herter. They were trying to switch some stuff. Maybe that would open some things up for him. He was shooting well. He kept him in there. And then he went back to Giddey. And so I think a lot of it is just like reading the game. And, he's been the first to admit, like, sometimes it's not going to be the right call, but I have to trust my intuition on this because that's really like, you're following the hot hand, you're following the style and who's playing to the identity that they're trying to go to. And so I think that was kind of the gist with the small lineup too. I thought it was pretty unique and, notable just because like in the past when he's done that, it was like, okay, let's throw 2 bigs out there because we're going against Gobert and Julius Randle. Or, they're going against Chet and Hartenstein. Can we figure out a way to get 2 bigs out there just to match that? This was the opposite. This was, you have Porzingis and Okongwu out there. I'm going to go with Patrick Williams and Isaac Okoro. And he just said that he liked the physicality. He liked the length. that they were able to play with. I don't know what the numbers say about those lineups yet, but I think it's interesting, and I think it's good that they're experimenting with that stuff. Jalen Smith got some opportunity, but still the Bulls went only 10 deep. And I wonder, is this a way that he can kind of go to more players throughout the course of a game where maybe you go small for a certain lineup, maybe you go big, and then you can still make sure that everybody's out on the court without it necessarily feeling like you're going with very strict rotation. So I just found it interesting. I think he'll continue to experiment with it. I'm not making any grand conclusions based on, 2 rotations of a small ball lineup, but I did find it interesting that he went to that, especially against the Twin Towers look from the Hawks.
Goat, 2 more players that I kind of want to hear your opinion on. Nikola Vucevic, with almost having a triple-double out there, and as Matt was rightfully so, like, dude, he had 9 assists. Like, yes, he had 9 assists with 17 rebounds and 7 points, and it was a plus 11. But also Josh Giddey in the game that he had out there on the floor, I thought was huge. I thought it was his best game that he has played in these 3 games. And he was a plus 3. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first game this season where he's finished in the plus column.
Correct.
And you could see it. You could tell on the floor in the way that he was playing. He was awesome, man. Like 18 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, a block. Like he really stemmed the tide, and settled things down towards the end of the half, in the first half. And he did a really great job helping close the game in that fourth quarter, man. So whichever player you would like to start with, so I would love to know your opinion on the games that those 2 guys had tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Vooch was awesome. 17, 17, and 9. He had 2 steals. I feel like the defense has been the most impressive thing for me. And Billy called this out post-game too, where it's just like he's not going to block a ton of shots, but he's in the right position. He's between his men and the ball, and he's putting forth a presence in front of the rim with his hand up that's just going to make things a little bit more difficult to score on. And I think that goes a long way. I mean, that's basically how Jokic has been able to be effective as a defensive anchor for a Denver team. Obviously not the same offensive player. And frankly, Jokic is probably better defensively too. But I think that there's a certain element of just can you execute the scheme, be in the right spot, show when you need to show, get back when you need to get back, be up to touch when you need to do that. And he does it. And I think he's just been really locked in. And I think it would have been easy for Vooch to kind of be frustrated with the situation, not get traded again, not be on a team that's competing for a championship. But he's come in, and I think he really likes playing with this young group. I think he likes the pace that they play with, and it just feels like it's sort of invigorated him in a way that's nice to see. And especially when he's putting up these big numbers and being such a key part of the Bulls' offense, in the clutch, they're running Trey and Vooch pick and rolls. He still is a very featured piece of this team, even though it is trending in a younger direction. Giddey, I thought, was really good too. What was it? 18, 13, and 5. I thought the rebounding was probably the most impressive. He had the one tip out on the offensive end at the in the final moments. But I think the Bulls are able to get quick rebounds and push the ball to the floor. And whether he's the one pushing up the floor or he's doing the hit ahead pass to Trey Jones, who's getting the Bulls into action, I think that just puts the Bulls in a good situation. There were a couple plays where he was tasked to do too much in the half court. And that's just going to be an issue. But, I think he had a really solid game. He had that nice spin move against Dyson Daniels, which I know he was happy about afterwards. That's one of his best friends, obviously the Australian teammates. And he got fouled on that one too. So just a really solid game from him overall. And again, I think it helps spur the identity that the Bulls are going for. So same with Trey, same with Ayo. All 3 of those guys I really felt had solid games to what the Bulls are trying to do.
All right, Go, before we let you go, who's your Goon of the Night nominee?
I think I'm going to go with Okoro. Just the bounce back, the physicality on defense. He needed a game, and he had one. So again, nothing too crazy, but it's good to see him get back in the scoring column, and good to see him making an impact on the defensive end. Only 2 fouls today in 24 minutes. So much better stuff from him today.
Yeah. Right on, Go. We appreciate the time. Bulls Nation, not only can you adore the quaff, looking gorgeous as ever, you can read his great coverage of our beloved Chicago Bulls, allchgo.com. Become a diehard so you can read all of it, the very best of it. Follow him at Will_Gottlieb. He's more than just hair, folks. Yeah. He's got the brains, too.
That's right.
Go does. Have a good night, buddy. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Go on and get out of here so I can talk about your hair now.
Oh, my goodness.
So that quaff, guys, scale of 1 to 10.
Did you see the joints
Goon of the night.
Y'all ain't ready for that.
Did you see all the quaff comments?
I saw.
I mean, the people are loving the quaff.
He pulled out the mullet quaff on y'all tonight. This when you know things are cooking at the UC when the GOAT pulled out the mullet quaff.
Goat talk, Quaff's corner. What is it?
I think I saw somebody in the chat saying Goat's ready to join the Blackhawks. He's got that hockey dude going on. I love that.
I love it, man. That's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Shout out to the GOAT. Shout out to everybody for showing him the love in the chat. As we now get ready to head to OT.
100 miles an
Just a reminder for all of you watching on our various streaming services, appreciate you, Samsung TV, Comcast, Roku, all them fun places. If you want the bonus coverage of tonight's CHGO Bulls postgame or any CHGO Bulls episode, just head to allchgo.com. That's where you're going to need to be to find out who the Goon of the Night winner is.
Oh, it is time, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of nominees in the chat.
3-0. That means it's time.
We got to vote. We got to vote for Okoro.
Goon of the Night. JC, hit me one time with it.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Now, I'm the man.
Woo! Goon of the Night. It's here in my hands. It's precious. It's precious. Oh, I love giving this out. This is very, very exciting to hand out and to give out because it means the Bulls won. All right? And that's why it's always cool to give out. Thank y'all for showing the love and support for Goon of the Night. Matt Peck.
Yes, sir.
We heard what Will, the mullet quaff Gottlieb, had to say.
Needed a game, had a game. Isaac Okoro.
I mean, if that ain't GOAT, then I don't know what is.
Right?
That was just a GOAT saying right there. But it's on you now, sir. Who is your Goon of the Night?
I've got to give my nom to Chicago's own Ayo Dosunmu. This dude is like leading the team in scoring or close to it off the bench. 21 points tonight was a team high. Not only that, it's the efficiency. It's the big-time, big moment plays that he makes. The transition timely attacks to the rim. Knocking down threes when he needs to knock down a three because the Bulls are clinging to a late lead. We talked to pregame Dave about how he cherishes these Bulls-Hawks matchups.
He does.
Has his entire career. Loves checking Trae Young and putting him in jail whenever he can.
Clank, clank.
And that while putting Trae Young in jail, Ayo himself offensively has been lights out in his career games against the Hawks.
That's true.
Reminder, if you missed post or pregame, he's shooting just over 50% from the field against the Hawks in his career. Tonight, 7 of 10. That's 70% for some quick math.
It don't stop.
Including 4 of 6 from downtown, 3 of 4 at the line. Few boards, couple of dimes, 0 turnovers. I mean, this dude, he's a winning player. He just is.
He just is.
And on a night when you're kind of wondering, without Kobe White still, Dave, you were saying to me and Joey in those final few possessions, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? The possession where it was Trey Jones initiating the offense from the right side, and it ended with Giddey's man sagging off and Giddey getting the pass from Trey and knocking down a three. But as that position started in cross half court, you were yelling, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
I was.
As long as we don't have Kobe White, and that's answer every night for crunch time minutes, Ayo makes freaking game-winning plays. And he made more tonight.
He really did. Beautiful soliloquy right there, as usual, from Matthew Peck.
Yeah, best three-point shooter on the team right now.
Joey C.
Honestly, coming off the bench.
Joey C, the C stands for Craigie.
Yeah, my Goon of the Night nominee has to go to with, first of all, the over 800 people in the chat tonight. Over 300 people that liked it. Saw a lot of people in here making this pick, so I'm going to go with them. But sometimes you wake up and you just look down into your gut.
Okay.
And sometimes you see an enchilada or a protein shake or a garbanzo bean. Well, Billy Donovan looked into his gut tonight. I'm talking about Billy Donovan's gut.
Okay, all right.
Looked right into that gut tonight, as the GOAT said at the UC, and just masterfully worked those matchups, worked those possessions, worked 3 backcourt, you call them point guards, shooting guards, whatever you want. Had 3 guys going, had great games, each of them. And Josh Giddey had a good game, but maybe he was the 3rd best player of that backcourt, and he figured out a way for all of them to get minutes and contribute towards that tail end to come up with that victory. So I got to give it to Billy D tonight.
That's really cool. He was awesome, too.
Fantastic.
Look at y'all here. That's what I'm talking about. Well, here it is, y'all. He just made it tough. Here it is right here in my hands. It is the Goon of the Night belt as it shines so bright on the nighttime sky. Well,
Like glistening.
your Goon of the Night is Josh Giddey.
Heyo.
Is Goon of the Night. And I will tell you why. First of all, yes, I thought this was his best game of the 3 games that they have played, without a doubt. Even when he was averaging 20.7 rebounds, 6 assists, he was shooting 40% from the field, 42% from 3. I love the balance of the game that he played tonight because the turnovers were low.
And he had 2 early ones.
2 early ones.
And then only one more for the rest of the game.
And that was it.
Respect.
18 points, the 13 rebounds, the 5 assists. But that one offensive rebound, as you pointed out, Matt Peck, was what sealed the entire game.
Sealed it.
For the Chicago Bulls. And even on top of that, when Will the Goat Gottlieb just told you, when Billy tried to put him back in, and he said, "Craggy, coach, Dosunmu is out there balling. I think he needs to stay out there." That's Goon stuff. That's Goon behavior. That means you care about winning. It doesn't care about your stats or who looks good or does what. It's about winning. That, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, is Goon behavior. So I award this Goon of the Night belt to one Captain Craigie, Joshua Giddey. Congratulations, sir. This belongs to you. This is yours.
Look at that.
Pick it up anytime.
3 games, 3 goons.
3 games, 3 goons, man. 3 games.
Wild.
3 goons.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at
Bulls
us.
Nation.
Who thought to be here? Not us.
Not me.
Not me.
Not me, that's for sure. Let's enjoy it while it lasts,
I
right?
mean, I'm about to soak
I don't know
this
how
in.
long it's lasted, but
I'ma
enjoy
soak
the
it
good
in,
times
baby.
while they're there.
Let them roll. Let them roll. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Yes. Well said, though. Wonderfully said.
Bulls are undefeated, Dave.
They are undefeated.
Bulls are undefeated.
And again, I want to give more love to Kevin Huerter, to the Velveteer himself.
Velvet.
These last 2 games was really awesome. When they needed that scoring punch in these last 2 games, he was there for the Chicago Bulls, especially in this one, man. That halftime, I mean, he was what,
He had 11 on 4 or 5 at half.
And he was also, he finished with 15 points, but he was a +8 tonight. Like, he was huge for them, man, down the stretch. And in 21 minutes, finished 6 of 8 with 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. But those were 15 huge bench points that they truly, truly needed because Jalen Smith wasn't able to give you those points tonight. Julian Phillips, shout out to him. I love what Julian Phillips is doing with the minutes that he's been given.
Yep.
And that's why Billy keeps putting him in because you notice it. He's active out there when he gets into the game and he makes something happen. It doesn't matter what it is. Something he is going to make happen, whether it's a steal, whether it's diving for the loose ball, whether it's just a highlight dunk or a block or whatever.
Tried to get himself a 4-point play when he hit that corner
he
3.
Tried. Yeah, man.
Didn't get the whistle, but he knocked the 3 down.
He sure did, man. He fell down. It was well done, sir. But he makes the most out of the time that he is given out there, and that's all you can really ask for a young guy out there playing. But I love what Huerter has been doing, and shout out to Julian Phillips and what he's been doing, man. So, yeah, let's keep it rolling. Why not?
And, I mean, one last shout out. I know you mentioned his baseline reverse slam, oh, dear God. But credit to Modest for bouncing back after a really rough night on Saturday.
It started off rough.
Only played 12 minutes against the Magic, fouled out, was just in foul trouble all night, couldn't get a rhythm. Tonight, 2 quick fouls again. But he finished with those very same 2 fouls and managed to tack on 16 points, 5 boards. I was impressed by a handful of his rebounds tonight. He was working the glass.
He was.
Also had 3 dimes. And played 32 minutes. Like
awesome, man.
He said to apparently somebody, I can't remember who on Twitter had the quote, but apparently Modest came up to Billy on the team bus, to or from the hotel, stadium, whatever, and said, I know I need to be better than I was on Saturday. And he was.
And he was,
So
man.
Credit to Modest for the bounce back game as well.
Being a man of his word.
I mean, team win. That was
Team
a
win.
team win tonight. You got to love it.
You're right,
got to love it.
Got to, baby.
As we said, the Kongs are on deck on Wednesday. So we'll see if they can get their first win against a West team when Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan come to town.
All the attackery is Thackeray at the United Syntackery. Let's go.
LaVine's been hooping.
Oh,
Buckets on buckets on buckets.
capital H.
Before we get out of here, Joey, did we get to all of the super chats earlier on?
We did a great job.
Boom.
Thank you for all the super
Knocked
chats.
them out.
Over
Thank you,
9.
everybody, for your super chats tonight.
Everyone crushed the chat tonight.
Appreciate
Very
you.
great.
Everybody in the chat for hanging out with us tonight.
Thank y'all, man.
Hit the like button on your way out if you haven't done it yet. Make sure you're subscribed to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel to get alerts whenever we go live, which is 5 times a week. Post game for every game this season.
Yeah.
We will have a pod for y'all tomorrow live, 4:30 Central, to bridge the gap until we are back for pregame before Bulls Kings on Wednesday. So we will see you then. Make sure you read our instant reactions from tonight's game. Available now, allchgo.com. Free for all to read. And check out Goat's additional writing, allchgo.com. Become a diehard so you can read all of his great coverage. Shout out to our king of the controls, the one and only JC. Big Dave. Bow. BAWL Sports. Bow. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Much love, Bulls Nation. We are 3-0. Woo! Embrace the good times. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See Red be good.
Peace. 3-0.
We all silly like the mayor.